They're off for the Hope Against Cancer Apprentice Handicap. 1 mile and 4 furlongs the distance. And away very alertly was Blazer 2, who's just about the early pace setter. Also up there is top of the trifle towards the inside, and the pink and blue silks as they begin to steadily climb on this part of the track as they try and get an early position. Also not too far off the overall speed is Sicario, who's running a little bit wider on the course alongside top of the trifle, and also Boudica Warrior is up there as well in the pink cap as they now start to freewheel downhill. Foursome's on the inside, red cap with a white star, with Owen's Lad in the yellow and red silks, and on the inside Chow Adios in the red and green. Towards the back of the field, we've got Urban Forest in the orange silks. Out the back early on is Marbuzet. Also towards the rear is Bobby Kennedy, and Happy Company will have to pass them all. So about to climb again, right the way down the far point of the back straight, and it's Blazer 2 that has the advantage. From top of the trifle, who's on the inside, the white face of Boudica Warrior is handily positioned. Then in behind is Foursome with Sicario. Then comes Chow Adios up against the rail with Owen's Lad out a little bit wider on the course under Laura Pearson. Then in behind that is Bobby Kennedy with the white cap alongside Urban Forest. Just pushed along in behind that is Marbuzet towards the rear of the field. They begin to bunch up as they now start to race downhill towards the home straight. The back marker remains Happy Company and Rhiann Ingram. So beginning to bunch up as they now head towards the final half mile of our opening contest. Blazer 2 in front from Boudica Warrior. Then up against the rail, top of the trifle. Then in behind is Sicario with up against the rail Foursome. Moving a little bit wider is Owen's Lad. Also Chow Adios getting a little bit closer now. Bobby Kennedy, George Bass also just beginning to move a little bit closer with Urban Forest in behind that. Happy Company has got work to do. So has Marbuzet as they make their way towards the final quarter of a mile. Blazer 2 still in front here, chased by Boudica Warrior in second place. Trying to get going is Sicario in third place as they head down towards the final furlong and a half, and they haven't got past Blazer 2, who still has the advantage. Trying to pick up his Owen's Lad down the centre of the course. Sicario is trying to stay on as well. Well inside the final furlong. Blazer 2 still has the lead here. Sicario now putting up a challenge at second place. Then comes Owen's Lad. Blazer 2 under Callum Hutchinson is staying on strongly and will make all. Blazer 2 sees off Sicario in second place. Late headway by Marbuzet, Owen's Lad and Foursome.
The opening Apprentice Riders race has been won by Callum Hutchinson on Blazer 2 for trainer Michael Scudamore, and in the end it was pretty simple. Send him out in front and keep on pushing.
Yeah, very simple, straightforward instructions from Mr. Scudamore just to jump and let him roll out in front, and that's what he's done, and he's given me a nice feel through the race, and waiting for them to come near me 4 out, and he's picked up onto the bridle and gone and hit the line nicely.
Yeah, he clearly likes Leicester. This is a second win at the track. Nice drive, sunny day, but a bit windy. I suppose it's quite quick out there, is it?
Yeah, the ground's quick enough, but he's handled it nicely.
And for yourself, back after a winter abroad, whereabouts did you go and how are you finding it on your turn?
I went out to America for 6 weeks with Graham Motion. Had a brilliant blast out there and learnt a lot. And I started back riding over here about March time, and I think that's 6 or 7 wins now since I've been back from 40-odd rides, and no, delighted.
Well, evening racing start and we're getting a few more opportunities as well, so that's a nice winner to lead on for us this season. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
They're off. Little Helen has jumped on terms with them, although Honeymooner was rather slow into stride. So was Forever Proud from the widest draw in this Leicester Hospitals Charity Fillies Handicap. Breaking nicely is Sonimos, who's got to the front, and that pink cap. Tamaluk is up there. Creme Chantilly handily positioned. Also Expert Witness. Little Helen in the black and red has got a good early sit. In behind is Out of Mischief. The white face on the rail is Ravagill as they race around the top bend. And they're already stretching out going a fairly good tempo. Barlow out wider of Warren Hill, who's about 2/3 down the pack, the red with the yellow spots and the yellow sleeves as they come down the hill for home. Then comes Honeymooner, who's recovered by the rail. Bernadine towards the back, along with the light blue yellow spots of Zara's Return and Holly Doyle, and the back marker is, at this early stage, Forever Proud. So down the home straight, half a mile left to go. Sonimos in front from Tamaluk in second place. Then in third, Creme Chantilly. Hector Crouch sitting in a good position, only a length and a half off the pace as they make their way to the final 3 furlongs. Then in behind, Little Helen is in fourth place. Ridden along, Expert Witness comes next. Ravagill's under pressure, out of mischief, trying to pick up. Barlow out to the right. Honeymooner in behind with Warren Hill. Bernadine's got a lot of ground to make up. Still travelling okay, but Zara's Return's got a mountain to climb from there. And then Forever Proud. So making their way inside the 2. Sonimos, William Buick still has a good advantage of a couple of lengths to Tamaluk in second place. Then comes Little Helen. Creme Chantilly's not found much for pressure. Sonimos out in front for Will Buick, being chased by Tamaluk. These two are clear of the rest. Warren Hill some late headway, but staying on strongly from the front. William Buick on Sonimos. A nice performance and makes all. Sonimos beats Tamaluk in second, Warren Hill for third. Getting going, but too late with Zara's Return. Then came Expert Witness.
I'm joined by winning jockey, champion jockey William Buick. Sonogen, quick round at Leicester, get him out stalls, set in front, set the fractions. Race 1, that's exactly what happened. In race 2, same for you.
Yeah, she's got a big stride and she jumped well. She had a nice draw and she bowled along in front, pricked her ears, and she's probably a filly who will get further as well. So great to get her off the market today.
Yeah, for Vadamos, he was a bit of a soft ground horse over in France. She's handled the conditions nicely. Apprentices in the first, it was quick enough. What about you for yourself?
It's good to firm ground. Yeah, it's as you would expect. It's a good cover of grass, though. So it's a bit of sponge.
Well, nice start today. Well done.
Lovely. Thank you, James.
They're off. Slightly slow beginning by Swift Hawk in this Leicester City FC EBF Restricted Novice Stakes. Double Oban has just about pressed into an early advantage with Cresta Cat on that one's inside, and then in behind is Swift Hawk. About 2 lengths separates the trio, and as they continue then down the back straight, Double Oban has the lead. Cresta Cat doesn't really want to give up the inside, David Probert has to give up the inside now. With in third place, Swift Hawk and Marco Gianni as they race downhill. And it's Double Oban, Ross Coakley, who has the advantage. The one with the most experience, start number 5 today. From in second place, Cresta Cat having his third start and then having his second go, Swift Hawk, after shaping encouragingly at Newbury first time. Double Oban in front, second on his penultimate start, has the advantage from Cresta Cat, who was third when last seen in action in second place at Chelmsford. Then at the back of the 3 runners is Swift Hawk as they now start to climb again. And Double Oban has the lead of around a length to Cresta Cat in second place, David Probert. Then in third is Swift Hawk, who's about 2.5, 3 lengths behind, just getting a little bit closer around that top end as they race then around the turn. Double Oban in front from Cresta Cat, who's getting a little bit closer now to the leader. 2 lengths back to Swift Hawk as they begin to freewheel down the hill towards home. Just over 5 furlongs left to go. Not much between the front pair now. Double Oban, who's up against the rail, and out wider is Cresta Cat, who's now pestering Double Oban for the lead. Then in behind is Swift Hawk, but well in touch as they now head into the straight with just over half a mile left to go. Double Oban still has a narrow advantage to Cresta Cat in second place. Just in behind, showing a bit of greenness, Swift Hawk, who's still only a length and a half behind, just being angled out slightly to get closer now as they make their way inside the final 3. Double Oban being taken on by Cresta Cat, and out to the right as we look is Swift Hawk, who's just running about a little bit, just leaning into Cresta Cat as they make their way inside the final 2. So Cresta Cat's given way as Swift Hawk has now got to the front again, showing greenness, just wanting towards that far far side. Double Oban is sticking to the task by the rail. They've left Cresta Cat behind as they make their way to the final furlong. Double Oban is still in with a chance here, still running, shifting out to the right is Swift Hawk, and Double Oban is pulling out a little bit extra. Can Swift Hawk get past? Swift Hawk trying to get by Double Oban. There's not much in this. Double Oban keeps on pulling out a little bit extra, and it's close. Double Oban and Swift Hawk possibly in that order. Within third place was Cresta Cat, who was some way behind them. They're off for the Filbert Fox handicap on the round course over 1 mile. Cabinet of Clowns just dwelt slightly out of the stalls, as did Point of Fact. It's the King Power pair who are showing the early tempo here. Roach Power has got to the front. Mahanacon is in that one, Slipstream in second. Evocative Spark in the pink, out wider for Holly Doyle. Then in the yellow cap is Double Time and George Rook, who's alongside Sly Madam and William Carver as they head around the bend. Good Day is up against the rail, out wider Francesi in the black cap is in about 7th place at the moment. Then a bit of a gap back to You Are Not Forgiven. Now the mount of Molly Phillips in the orange silks. Cabinet of Clowns and Point of Fact are the back markers. So Roach Power has the lead racing downhill. Heading into the straight from Evocative Spark. Mahanacon, the Weatherby winner, Will Buick in third place. Out wider is Double Time. Sly Madam comes next with Good Day, who's up against the rail under David Probert, tracked through by Francesi and Rab Havlin, but still leading is Roach Power. Roach Power from Evocative Spark. Mahanacon still sitting there 2 lengths down in third place. Double Time. Good Day trying to get closer now, looking for a gap. Sly Madam out wider as we look. Cabinet of Clowns trying to make up some headway. Francesi's going quite well in behind runners. Out very wide, You Are Not Forgiven trying to come into it as well. Inside the two then, Roach Power with a series of challenges though, with Evocative Spark. Now Mahanacon's got the rail. You Are Not Forgiven continues to eat up the ground out wide as they head down towards the final furlong. Roach Power under pressure, tackled by You Are Not Forgiven down the centre of the racecourse. Far side Mahanacon, then in behind that is Evocative Spark. It's You Are Not Forgiven though, just wandering around under Molly Phillips, but staying on for a second course win. You Are Not Forgiven. Spare ride for Molly Phillips is a winning one. From Roach Power in second, Mahanacon in third, Evocative Spark and Never NYRA, Cabinet of Clowns.
It's a winning spare ride for jockey Molly Phillips, as You Are Not Forgiven absolutely flies home down the outside, Molly. So one bit of luck you got on board him, and actually he really picked up for you in the closing stages.
Yeah, well last time out he was over 6 and it just took him off his feet a bit, whereas today over the mile he's really found a comfort there at behind, and coming wide around the mall he's really enjoyed going.
He's a bit of a quirky character because he does run over a variety of trips, even a mile and a quarter, 6 furlong last time, like you say. His last run here, he won. Is there anything he particularly likes, or it's just whether he's on a going day sometimes?
I think he's a very consistent horse in general, and I think when everything plans right, he can really show a performance.
And a little word about yourself, Molly. Plenty of winners the last couple of seasons. Remember you under curfew, I think, which is a very, very first one. You've come a long way since then, but you must be delighted with how your career's progressing at Tony Carroll's.
Yeah, it's great, and the boss is great. He always supports us, so it's nice to have that back in.
Yeah, well, a nice spare to pick up.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
Set for the feature. They're off for the King Power handicap over this straight 6 furlongs. And an alert beginning by the big board, who's showing plenty of early dash. Shows Striking Star, who's right up there as well. Carmela down this near side. The far side Safari Dream also showing speed in the yellow, black and white colours, followed by Brooklyn 99 towards that far side. Also towards that far side, Fox Master with the white cap, Marco Ghiani just shuffled back alongside Cruz in the pink jacket. Lakota Blue comes next, Carmela down the near side, and the grey Grenham Bay is at the back. Also towards the rear is Mamie. So coming down the centre of the racecourse, Mamie's gone a long way behind the others. It's Safari Dream, who's alongside, plenty of pace being shown by the big board. Brooklyn 99 far side, Striking Star under pressure down this near side, as is Carmela. In behind Foxmaster trying to get going. Cruz hasn't got much of a room. Lakota Blue looking for a gap, and Grenham Bay trying to run on the grey. Inside the final furlong then, and down the centre of the course, the big board is still in front. The big board just about from Safari Dream. Foxmaster now beginning to get going, as is Lakota Blue, as they race well inside the final half furlong. The big board, Foxmaster's still staying on. Going to be very tight this, maybe near side. The big board with Foxmaster. It might be a 1-2 for King Power. Safari Dream also involved with Lakota Blue. They're off and racing for the Rainbow Fillies handicap over 1 mile and 4 furlongs. Majestic Jamila and Selena Chorus were slow into stride, as Rock and Roll Pinky has moved off into the lead through the first furlong. Also up there, Dreams a Dozen. Miss Cynthia out wide on the course, the white sleeves and cap. We've in behind D-Day of Alan Reaver, as well in the red and white striped sleeves, getting cover now behind Miss Cynthia as they make their way downhill. Then in behind that we have held up Roadway, dark blue with the triple yellow spots. Out wider is Selena Chorus, Holly Doyle, and Majestic Jamila, Molly Phillips on the inside, the green with the black armlets. Dreams a Dozen's taken over at the lead for Franny Norton from Miss Cynthia for Luke Morris in second, with Rock and Roll Pinky on the inside, Marco Ghiani. Then in behind is D-Day of Alan Reaver, who's out wider of Roadway, and Rab Havlin towards the inside. The back pair, we have Selena Chorus, Holly Doyle out wider of Majestic Jamila and Molly Phillips as they begin to group up. And continuing to climb, and now taking the right-handed turn out of the back straight. Dreams a Dozen has the lead from Miss Cynthia, right up in trip today in second position, followed by Rock and Roll Pinky, a winner last time out. Then comes D-Day of Alan Reaver in fourth position. Roadway is settled well in fifth. Then comes Selena Chorus and Majestic Jamila as they now start to make their way down the hill for home. Dreams a Dozen has the advantage from Miss Cynthia up on the outside of Rock and Roll Pinky. Then in behind the first three, D-Day of Alan Reeve and the red and white striped sleeves. Then comes Roadway up against the rail. Selena Chorus out slightly wider. And then comes Majestic Jamila down the straight and making their way towards the final 3.5 furlongs. Dreams a Dozen narrowly to Miss Cynthia in second place. Then in behind Rock and Roll Pinky against the rail. D-Day of Alan Reaver getting a little bit closer. Roadway trying to get a bit closer as well. Selena Chorus out wider to the right as we look as they make their way down to the final quarter of a mile. D-Day of Alan Reaver's going pretty well and is challenging Dreams a Dozen for the lead. Miss Cynthia's not picked up. Roadway trying to come into it as well with Selena Chorus out wider. Work to do for Rock and Roll Pinky as they make their way inside the two. D-Day of Alan Reaver in front from Roadway. Here comes Selena Chorus under Holly Doyle giving chase after this leader, but D-Day of Alan Reaver is finding plenty going on from Selena Chorus in second. Roadway back in third place. D-Day of Alan Reaver, David Probert doing enough, staying on strongly to win from Selena Chorus in second, with Roadway close up in third. Then in behind those we had Rock and Roll Pinky and Miss Cynthia.
having had a nasty kick in the paddock just a week ago. It's great to see day thrower A back on the track and B in the winner's enclosure, as I don't want to get kicked by De Arvelina. Wins pretty nicely, and I thought she had a good attitude.
You know, yeah, it's been a long week, but it's great to be back with a winner. Thanks to all the medical staff at Windsor and Oaksey House to get me back on my feet. But no, this filly's done it well. Thought the ground would be a little bit too quick for her, but she seemed to relish it quite well, and she obviously seems the mile and a half out really nicely, and feels like a filly like progressed quite well from today.
Yeah, she's done that nicely. Back to your incident there the other day. It's an amazing backup team that jockeys do have nowadays. As you say, you put it back in that Oaksey House ASAP to try and get the swelling down and the bruising out. We are very lucky in the sport to have such good services like to use.
Yeah, massive. I think, you know, I definitely wouldn't be back riding today if it weren't for them. Into Oaksey House, and they have different physios for different things, and they were able to get me back on my feet within 4 or 5 days. So, you know, I'm grateful to have those kind of facilities near to us, and you know, and I probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for them.
Well, you're clear riding on top of the game. Before we get kicked by another horse, I'll let you get in. Well done, Dave.
James, thank you.
They're off for the Heartwise handicap over 1.25 miles. Seraphia was very sluggish into stride, but has now caught up the others and dropped in early on his rear of the year. And also towards the back is the Lion Strikes. But taking them along is Crazy Spin. Marco Gianni with up there Angel of Peace and Angel Deleuze out wider in the white jacket with the stars on the sleeves. That's the first three. Recovering now from that slow beginning, Seraphia in the blue cap on the inside of Dame Sarah in the light green cap. Special Times is up there. The well-fancied favourite, Gallimimus, out wide of Hayley Turner, getting much closer now with the stars on the sleeves, widest of all, now moving into about third position as they prepare to leave the back straight behind. Towards the back, the colour change Damascus finish, maroon with the yellow cap, is towards the rear. Moon Over the Seas, another one, rear of the year, who was dropped in early on, as was the Lion Strikes, as they begin to freewheel down the hill once again. Crazy Spin has the advantage to, in second place, Angel Deleuze. Then moving up now into third place is Gallimimus on the outside of Seraphia. Then in behind Seraphia, just losing its position there, was Angel of Peace. Still in fifth position alongside Damascus Finish, just being pushed along. Special Times comes next, then followed through by Dame Sarah as they head down the straight. Crazy Spin in front from Angel Deleuze in second place. Then comes Seraphia, who's right up against the rail. Work to do for Gallimimus, but only about 2.5 lengths down, being shaken up to try and improve. Angel of Peace trying to get going as well, with Dame Sarah in behind that. Damascus Finish towards the far side. Special Times under pressure. Some headway by Moon Over the Sea out wide as they head inside the final couple of furlongs. Crazy Spin still in the lead from Angel Deleuze in second place. Being ridden along trying to improve is Seraphia. Still trying to get there. Gallimimus taking an age to get going. Then Moon Over the Sea, but it's still Crazy Spin inside the final furlong. Seraphia, Gallimimus now trying to get going, but Crazy Spin still has the advantage. Gallimimus coming after Crazy Spin as they race up towards the line. Crazy Spin and Gallimimus going to be close. Gallimimus near side might have got there. It's close with Crazy Spin. Seraphia in behind with Moon Over the Sea and Angel Deleuze.
It was King Power race day here, and as expected for the King Power handicap, it was a King Power 1-2 as the big board beat FOLKSmaster in the £20 grand feature race here at Leicester this afternoon. The big board ridden by Alec Vihansi, trained by Richard Hannon. First run of the season, and she was to clear second string 20-1 shot, but she made all the running just denying FOLKSmaster, Marco Giuliani and Roger Varian, with Safari Dream back in third place. They didn't quite win with their other runners, did King Power. They had second and third in race 4. Roach Power and Mahanakan were behind You Are Not Forgiven, a nice winning spare ride for Molly Phillips for her boss.